So me go so then, well I don't really care what people say. I don't really want to attend one no. Still I want to stick to my girls like glue. And I might not play number two. All I do is have to get in there. Need a lot of trees up in my head. And I got dancing in my bed too. Let me but I don't think the girl you want to never they go. Watching me up until they don't think I do what they want. Run to him back way, put the game on up and show me something virgin. Them want me and they have to talk it. Hot girls out the road and say them silly. And until we tell them I'm so big, give me. You want someone like them all and you want the jimmy. Them a promise and I tell me say I'm living. But I promise that I come back to a phone. So cool, but they don't know say that man I'm the road. It's cool, put a pen in just with them on touch like a fool. But they can tell everyone feels up the tool. But I don't really care what people say. I don't really watch what them want to do. Still I got to stick to my girls like glue. And I'm not playing number two. All I know is now I just get in there. Need a lot of trees up in my head. I don't need a letter in my face. You put that real. So how can they? How big of them chest? They don't know that to go for the rated as the best. I wouldn't dare up in the sun and part this. I get up in the guy, you only girls with every place up in the girl. No one in the minute, I'm with it, the girl. Let's get it, I keep them regular visit just with the girl. Tell them all up, so me selling us for money. I take up for them up, we then take cover with the girl.
Everybody, welcome to the official FCC 32 prelims ahead of what will be a stacked main card for you this evening. Live from the Bolton Arena, my name is Alex Richings, aka Balian, and I am joined by my man, Jason the Heart Hartley from MMA On Point. Jason, we've got two great fights to get us started tonight, but how excited are you to be here at the end of the year ahead of what's going to be a great show?
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. I couldn't be more excited for this. You can feel the energy inside this room just absolutely starting to open up, and you can feel it in the crowd. It feels so good in here right now. Can't wait to watch some of these fights. We got a great night ahead of us.
We have got a great night, but before we get to that main card, the prelims, we do have two great fights to get us started. We're going to kick things off with an amateur middleweight title. We've got returning Emil Vujakovic coming back here, made FCC his home with some head kick knockouts. Really ready to claim that belt, I'd expect. But he's taking on Bertie Oakes, who's made the trip all the way up from London here tonight. It should be a great contest for these middleweights.
Yeah, you're really talking about something where you could see a knockout at any moment, especially with the way that these guys put together their kicks. There's so much power, so much intensity in it, but it's a very long-rangey battle as a result of that. So you wonder who's going to win in between those two strategies. It's a really exciting way to start the card, and I couldn't ask for a better start to such a momentous occasion.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's going to be a great clash. These people here have traveled from all over the country in the cold winter to watch some great fights, and that is definitely what they're going to get us started here tonight. After that, of course, we have one more prelim fight. That will be a pro fight with two amateurs who have really tore up the scene, now turning pro. Sabir Ahmad Safi making his pro debut tonight, but he's got a really tough contest in Sheldon Ryan, who we saw his pro debut against Lewis McGrillen. Very tough, short notice opponent fight. Unfortunately, didn't get a win, but he's here tonight to get his first win as a pro.
And that's one of the beauties of the UK scene and the kind of things that you see out here. You see people, by the time they go pro, they're already veterans. These guys have so much experience and so much to offer in this fight that we're really kind of kicking it off with two real veterans. So I think that we're going to see some incredible fights tonight, some potential for some crazy finishes, some wild fights, and we could already be looking this early in the evening at some fight of the nights. Really great stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that would be interesting if we had to fight tonight on the prelims, but we'll have to see. But we're ready to go, guys, so we're going to hand it over to Ronnie Ronans in the arena, right in the ring. He's ready to get things started.
Ladies and gentlemen, the gate is open, the time is now, and the fighters are ready to make their mark. Tonight, reputations, championship titles, and undefeated streaks are on the line. It's the Bolton Arena. It's the apex of UK MMA, where stars are born. Live on MMA On Point, we welcome you to FCC 32! Before we begin, allow me to introduce your cage-side team. On commentary, Alex Richings and Jason Hartley. Your judges cage-side, Mark Lee, Daryl Ransom, and Ray Thompson. Your timekeeper, Kat Hall. And your ring girls, Beth Quinn, Kitty Darsh, and Jem Wyatt. And my name is Ronnie Runes, and I do this. The following middleweight bout is to be fought over 5 3-minute rounds, and the FCC Middleweight Championship is on the line. Introducing first, your challenger, fighting out of the blue corner. Make some noise for the Slim Reaper, Bertie Oates!
Well, here he comes, our first fighter of the evening, making the trip all the way out from Fight Zone London. Great gym, by the way, Jason. I spent a bit of time there myself. 3-0, Bertie Oates, the Slim Reaper. He's long, he's rangy, he's great in a scramble, has great kicks on the outside as well, which is what is going to make this such an interesting clash of styles for our first fight here, Jason.
Yeah, I think we've got somebody coming out here right now who's looking super focused. He's had to make a long journey up here. He's feeling really motivated to come in here and put a statement out there for everybody watching tonight. And he really wants to set the pace. I think that's what both fighters want to do here. And coming out of Fight Zone London, I think he's got a lot to say. And I think we're going to find out real quickly what he's all about.
You see Stuart Austin there giving his man a quick clap. Head coach down there at Fight Zone London. Going to get some good advice. That's a man who's been in the PFL with just about every promotion that you can think of. But Oates here, you know, he's 3-0, Jason. He has yet to taste defeat, even at the amateur level. But without a doubt, this is going to be his toughest test here tonight. Emil Bujokovic, this is his house, and he's probably going to keep it that way.
Yeah, that's always such a tough balance that you have to go against, going into someone else's territory, seeing how that audience is going to react to you. But if you look at him right now, I mean, he just looks so focused, he looks so game, so ready, and you can tell that he's here for this occasion. I'm, for one, really excited. You can't see me smiling right now, but I'm so excited for this one.
Well, we'll see you smiling later. All right, let's take it back to Ronnie.
Fighting out in the red corner, your FCC Amateur Middleweight Champion. Make some noise for Emil Bujokovic!
For Emil Bujokovic, like we said, this is his house. He is the current amateur middleweight champion. Had a long layoff midway through his career after some spectacular finishes. Came back, unfortunately, because of a loss in FCC, but he was back in top 4 with his famous head kick knockout, which we may see again this evening. He's patient, he's explosive, he has so much power, and at any moment that head kick could be coming, Jason.
Yeah, and just take a look at how jacked this guy is. I mean, we were talking about how ready his opponent Oates is, but oh my God, this guy looks scary. And if you're seeing him cage side, you're sat right next to this, watching this happen. I mean, we have no idea what we're about to see, and that's the most exciting thing. When you watch guys that come in here looking to get knockouts in the spectacular way that they're both known for, you really feel like we're about to watch something for the highlight reel.
Yeah, Emil's 6-2 at this point in his career, but definitely a few more amateur fights coming his way. Looking to defend his title here tonight before he does make the switch to pro. But he's definitely got a lot of support behind him. He's manifesting another head kick. I can see it all over his face, Jason. You know, he gave me a little fist bump down here, and I was like, oh, he's going to be dicky. You can tell the energy is there for Vujokovic. He's ready to go, so let's go back to Ronnie to call this run before we get it underway.
Introduction. The following middleweight bout is to be fought over 5 3-minute rounds. The undefeated insurgent meets the veteran champion. The blue wave meets the red wall. And the FCC middleweight championship is on the line! Introducing first, the challenger. Fighting out of the blue corner. He enters the cage with a perfect record of 1, 2, 3 victories and no defeats. In his career, he has ended 2 undefeated streaks and dethroned 1 amateur middleweight champion. Weighing in at 183.6 pounds and proudly representing Fight Zone London. Make some noise for the Slim Reaper, Bertie. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He enters the cage with a record of 6 victories and 2 defeats, weighing in at 184.6 pounds and proudly representing ASW, the reigning, defending, undisputed FCC amateur middleweight champion, Emil. And your referee for this bout, Paul Crossley.
All right, well, Paul Crosby ready to get things underway for us. First fight of the night here at FCC 32 prelims, but we've got an amateur middleweight title on the line. Both men look very focused, ready to get this one underway, Jason.
Yeah, look at him starting out here, and you can immediately feel the intensity coming out of Vujokovic here.
Yeah, bouncing around, gauging his man already. Some slow forward movement from Bertie, trying to get a read on the range of his opponent here, feeling things out with that lead hand. But like I said, Vujokovic is trying to get those head kicks up there. A bit of a tool guy to try and get him on tonight. Lots of lateral movement. Inside leg kick lands nicely for Bertie. He's going to feel that one. Hip fakes coming out as well, trying to close the distance, cut his man off. That's why the lateral movement against the cage is really going to help here. But as you expect with 2 big guys with lots of power, they're taking their time here, Jason.
Yeah, we're really seeing Oaks take the center of the cage here, but now he's being pushed back by Vujokovic, who, yeah, he's happy to kind of play either side of this here. A hard time seeing what...
big left hook lands there, chases him down. Oaks is against the cage, trying to fend off with hands high. No real blocking, just long-range guards as Vujokovic.
Huge shots here.
He's level changing as well, ripping the body coming up high. The head is still down the center though. Oaks inevitably probably looking for a counter on that one, but these small resets and these bursts of action as a hard leg kick on the outside from Vujokovic comes with the right left hook. Out of range there, that long from Bertie. He's a tough man to hit, Jason.
Yeah, it's interesting. Vujokovic was almost happy to make some reads on the outside, but as soon as he maybe made a couple of them, he started pressing forward, and now we're seeing a little bit after he's given him a bit of a taste for Oaks.
Lots of movement from Emil here. You wonder if that will eventually play on the gas tank, but Bertie now showing him the hand, showing him lots of fakes. Nice teep up there, just gauging the distance again, but no real commitment to a serious offense from Oates here. Definitely looking to just take his opportunity, switch southpaw now, but those outside leg kicks are still coming.
Yeah, he's done some great counter-punching, actually, as Vujakovic has been coming in, and he's really pushed back. Here, just in select moments, he's really trying to fill this out as we're getting started here.
Yeah, size of the thighs there on Vujakovic. You know, even those inside leg kicks are going to hurt. But no man able to really connect on anything big. Like we said, middleweight titles on the line, and you know, one shot could spell the end, or at least the start of it. So definitely a patient approach from both guys. 1-2 down the outside for Oaks there, but Vujakovic, great job level changing. Grabs the double unders here. Looks like he's got one underhook contact on the far side there as Oaks looks to get wrist control. Looks like he's trying to redig, but yeah, Emil's got 2 underhooks here. Let's see if he does drag this down to the cage. He's got his corner right there, giving him some instruction.
And I don't know how well it's coming across for everyone watching at home, but you can really see a size difference between these two. And it makes a lot of sense for Vujakovic for going for these body locks and really trying to kind of bully a little bit against the cage here. And so far, he's having some success. Not a ton of damage that's being landed, but he's absolutely controlling the fight in this round. It'll be interesting to see if he tries to take it down.
I was going to say, I believe that's Jimmy Wallet in his corner as well, giving him some great instruction. Maybe to reverse position on the fence here, which bodes well for Oaks. But as we said, very close first round, both men just getting an idea of who's who, what's what, and who's who's got the physicality. That's always something interesting to get when you first lock up with your opponent like that. But here we go, going to settle them down in the corners, and the advice comes in.
Yeah, and look at the tension there between the two as they went back to their corners. You get the feeling that this, at the moment, is very contentious between both fighters. There's a lot of staring down, few words said. And it looks like, yeah, this next round we might see a little bit of what that was about. Really interested to see what happened there.
Yeah, maybe some fire being lit in there. There's a little bit of a dispute towards the end of the round. It's a good thing they're in a fight, Jason, so they can just, you know, take that out on each other. They don't have to worry about it. It's all said and done. But interesting first round. Definitely a feeling out round, you know. But they got plenty of time.
Yeah,
you know that the big shots are always ready to go with Vujakovic.
How are you scoring that first round?
I would probably give it to Emil. He showed a bit more aggression. I think let the hands go a little bit more.
Agreed.
Here we go, ready. Back to Phil here, ready to clap us in for the second round. You can hear the cries for Emil out in the crowd right there. Definitely the hometown favorite defending that title here tonight. Nice check by Oates right there. It's good distance management, just sliding out of the range of those kicks from Emil, and they're going to hurt. So it's good to get away from left hook, right hand by Emil. Doesn't land, it goes for the takedown this time. Good stuff though from Birdie using that whizzer there. Going to really push down on him and stop this level change.
Yeah, right now there just seems to be an aggressive difference between the two of them, and Oaks has yet to kind of get his game going, it seems like.
Nice knee to the body there by Burt. He uses that to change position there with that one underhook, which is quite surprising considering the difference in size. Obviously, Bertie's bigger. You got a lot more leverage with those limbs. You're able to transfer positions like this not too difficultly, but you would think that Emil's able to control these clinch positions.
And that's one of the good...
Bertie circling to his left-hand side, into that right hand, and the left hook.
Big left hook.
For Emil. Good shots right there. Bertie trying to just keep the head movement, move laterally, as Emil's looking to land bombs.
He is really putting it on him, giving him a bunch of different looks, combinations on the hands and feet, really going high, switching it up. Oh, look at that.
Letting that right hand.
Look at that.
Again, Emil, and they end up in this clinch position one more. We'll see if Oates can reverse, but again, this is the kind of thing that's winning him the fight. If you ask me, it's just more activity. You know, Oates, he's on the back foot right now, looking for his opportunities, but he has to get aggressive at some point, get his own offense going.
Yeah, at this point, Oaks just needs to give the judges something to score in his favor, and right now it's all been coming from Vujakovic.
Vujakovic trying to get that left knee on the inside there, break the posture down, maybe switch to the single leg if he can. But this is good when you've got a long frame like this from Oates. Defending takedowns against the cage generally becomes easier as Emil sneaks that left hand down, looking to level change, maybe go for a high crotch on the inside, but just good control from Oates, using that whizzer nicely. Going to just lean on him, break him down, and he's right in his corner here. Stuart giving him some good advice, I'm sure.
Yeah, solid knee to the body there from Oaks as well. So it's not like he's not trying to do anything here. He's putting together some good moves from, you know, the moments that he sees them. And look at him trying to work.
Switch that single. Thompson on the outside, though. Good defense by Bertie as Emil's trying to hook it back in. Bertie very much aware of that, though. Doesn't want to give up that left leg control. Emil going to twitch to attack the far side ankle, but great job there. Oaks follows him down, picks their wrist, pulls him back up.
Yeah, doing an absolutely great job of fighting any ability to get the hands clasped together or fully commit to a double leg here.
Nice knees on the inside as well from Bertie. These are going to drain Emil. I mean, he's working hard, having to get all this grappling going. Yes, he's leaning into his man, but he's the one trying to advance and work for these positions. But if you ask me, I'd still score this fight for Emil right now. So although Oates is doing well defensively, he needs to start winning some of these rounds.
Yeah, he's throwing a lot. He's putting the pressure on him. He's getting him against the cage. He's making him fight. He's making Oaks fight Vujakovic's fight. So it's on him at this point to try to turn the tide. And it's not too far gone. It's anybody's game going into this third round. Anything can still happen. And yeah, I think Oaks, it looks like he still has the gas tank for it. He could really go for it here.
Yeah, I mean, when you've got the one-shot knockout power like Emil, it's also important not to get frustrated if you're not landing those shots, you know? You've got the technique, you've got the ability, but it's not always easy to execute in these situations. You have to find the right moment, especially with someone like Bertie, who's being very elusive on the outside, using that reach. And the guy's 6'6", you know, it's going to be hard to get a head kick up there, but he's definitely trying. But from Oates, is there something, sorry, Oaks, excuse me, is there something you would like to see from Oates in this next round, maybe?
I mean, at this point, he just needs to throw together, put together some combinations and really try to set something up. We were talking about how rangy he is and the ability for head kicks for him. Maybe turn the tide, give him a taste of his own medicine. I think he has the opportunity here.
Yeah, I like that, Jason. That sounds good. Phil getting ready to start us here for the round 3. And they clap us in. Let's see if Emil comes out with the same pressure, if he can keep this pace up, because he has been working quite hard, moving the head off the center line. There's that long straight right that keeps backing Oates.
Oh, huge uppercut.
Sure, uppercut on the inside right there. Emil immediately on this single leg, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to tell just how hurt Vujakovic was from that, but it looked like that took him down to one knee. But he's using this as an opportunity to go for a takedown attempt. And,
yeah.
Oh, he's almost got the hands together here.
He almost hit the switch there as Emil dropped down, but now he's got the hands together, almost got that takedown, but you see how long Bertie is against the cage. It's going to be real tough. Now got that single leg in perfect position. Going to try to swap to the inside and hit the double as he cuts him off the fence line, but again, Bertie moving back, and I believe Emil is bleeding here from that right-hand shot that we saw just drop him slightly there.
Shows you how quickly things can change. You can kind of do everything right in a fight until something like that happens. And credit to Oaks as well. I mean, his takedown defense has been impeccable so far.
Yeah, I mean, look at the blood as well. It is kind of leaking out onto the canvas here. First bit of blood tonight, trying to hit that switch again, and goes on the inside, but it just shows how strong Emil is with his head right in the center, using his shoulders to prevent Bertie from just really circling out. Now he's dropped to one knee. He's going to peel that leg, try to take the single. Nice job, but again, he's trying to hit the switch. Ref warning, never grabbing the fence again, Jason.
Yeah, that was such a beautiful way. He just got him down to the ground, turned his leg inwards, and actually has finally got his first takedown successful here. But, I mean, Oaks is just so game. He's so ready for this, and he's already back to one knee.
Oh, there's so much blood coming out, though, already, Jay. We're seeing this desperately trying to sneak that left hook in.
He could have a broken nose here.
I mean, he might have something. I believe it probably is the nose, if I had to guess. We haven't actually seen Emil's face since that shot landed, so it's hard to tell. We just see there's a lot of claret now involved, which ultimately is going to make these transitions slippier, and he slipped right off the back as we said that. Now Bertie gets a position on top, going to sit straight over, try and take the mount here, but good job getting back to the knees. Vujakovic has to be careful though not to give up his back as he steps up, built a base with the left hand, going to be able to get up, but Bertie's hanging heavy on him here, and Lee's going to make him work for it.
And you're really starting to see a bit of a cardio difference. I mean, there could be so much affected if he does in fact have some sort of broken nose, at the very least compromised breathing, and you can see a cardio difference right now for Oaks in his favor.
Yeah, good spot to land some ground and pound here perhaps for Bertie. We'll see if he lets the hands go, really adamant. Wants the transition to the back, gets a left hand under the neck right here, and you can see the face of Emil. Look at him looking at his corner for the advice as well. And this is what we talked about, this backside position when you've got someone looped in against the fence like this, control with the far side on the hip, and just hammer away with the other hand as Emil desperately tries to get back to the feet. He's built his base, he's technically up now, but there's still this body lock position, and Bertie just hangs heavy, Jason, pulls him straight back down.
Oaks crowd, as you can imagine, is just going absolutely nuts here, shouting instructions. This is his opportunity, and they know it. They know he's down 2 rounds. Can he make something happen? We've only got a couple seconds. I don't know if he's going to be able to find that.
Well, I mean, I think he's definitely won this round here as well. Obviously, this is a title fight, so we have 2 more to come here. And we're starting off with a nice 5-round fight. Amateur, though, 3 minutes a round. But 4th and 5th round coming up now. They call them the championship rounds for a reason. Emil's eye definitely swollen a little after that right hand, it looks like, that rocks him and hurt him. Busted up the nose as well. So, yeah, we'll see how he recovers. Got some good advice coming in on the other side, though. Stuart rallying Bertie in the corner, knowing that was a bit of an opportunity for them to kind of steamroll ahead there. Got some good positions after that great right hand. Got to think that is the first round going to Bertie Oakes and the Fight Zone London team here. But 2 more to play for still, Jason.
Yeah, I mean, he really turned things around with Oakes going for that huge shot, and it just tells you how quickly a fight can change in just one instant with one shot. And this looks like a completely different fight from those first 2 rounds. It's really on Vujakovic to try to get the momentum back, try to kind of get a second wind here and turn this around. But, I mean, Oakes is starting to look like the fresher man here.
Yeah, and this is what it's all about at amateur, you know, finding those guys that are on your level and really testing yourself before you go pro, because if you do end up losing, it's not that big of a deal, but there is a title on the line. Let us not forget that as they come out here for the 4th round. Emil's still looking kind of fresh, head is still moving off the center line, but you got to think Oakes, this is his opportunity now in this championship round. There's a lovely straight right hand, connected right on the chin. Just threw that out there nice and soft. No real pace on it, but it just connected clean.
Yeah, I'm liking the head movement and the quick kind of jolting movements that we're seeing out of Vujakovic, just to kind of say he's not done. And big left hook. And he took an uppercut before that. He's still game to take plenty of shots from Oakes.
Loving this boxing of Bertie now. He's just clipping on the end of these punches, just staying out of range. The eyes are open. There's a lovely left hook that came around the side. Switch southpaw now as well. Oh, that's a nice seat there from Emil as he's trying to play the lateral movement against the fence game. But this little 1-2 from Oakes, he's really just catching on the end of it, using that reach, now going down low with the leg kicks. But Emil is looking a little tired here, right to the body, left hook to the head, but didn't really follow through on it. And now it's Bertie stalking Emil in this 4th round, working him against the fence, left hook, a little short. Oh, Luke the right.
Huge uppercut.
You gotta love that.
Yeah, now he's really trying to take the cage here, but Vujakovic is being scrappy in here, throwing some big knees. We'll see if he can complete a takedown here.
Yeah, and he's right in front of his corner, the Fight Zone team giving him some great advice right here, I'm sure. The right leg of Emil is very far on the outside, so Bertie wants to probably switch to a double leg here, given that the base is so wide. Well, excuse me, now this closer together, he wants to switch to the double leg, and there he goes with double gripping the hands behind the back there. He's going to rotate to the outside now. Looks to isolate that left leg of Emil. There we go, hooks on the inside as well. You can hear the corners calling for it. This is good, and again, this is just making Emil work in this 4th round here. This is great for Oakes.
Yeah, you can really see the damage right now on Vujakovic's face as we're looking at this. They're right on top of us here in the cage.
On the backs as they slink down to the mat. Now Bertie's got one left hook in here. He's going to have to try and feed that right leg over on the far side, but you'll see Emil is still sitting on it, and he can turn into him right here. He's going to the right-hand side. He has to be careful he doesn't come out the back door there, get this backside position, and there he goes. Now heavy on him. If he can break that right hand away, he can start leveraging this position and just landing shots. There he goes with the backside, but Emil's so good at this, building his pace, getting back to the feet, wants to roll through to full guard there, doesn't give it up. Bertie stays in the back.
Yeah, beautiful roll there, but it's just too much right now coming from Oakes. He's absolutely relentless with his pressure, starting to throw some shots as Vujakovic is trying to get along the cage. And yeah, the pressure is just relentless. He sees the cardio game and he's going right after it.
Again, yeah, I mean, this is good takedown work here from Bertie in that he's staying diligent. He hasn't really been able to complete. Again, that really wide base of Emil is going to help stop that double leg, so he's going to have to switch to that single. But just such a grueling 4th round right here. Definitely a championship round. Both men really having to just give everything they've got. Not enough gas necessarily in the tank to be as technical as perhaps they want to be, but it's just the continual pace from Oakes. If you ask me, Jay, it's 2 apiece going into this 5th round.
Fully agree. This is something where the first 2 rounds, we had Vujakovic coming out early with a lot of thunderous combinations, really trying to put that pressure on and get him to the ground. But Oakes responded with a huge uppercut in round 3, and round 4 was just more that same pressure that he just kept putting on him. him, and it was on Vujakovic to try to get him off in that round. So solid 2 versus 2. We got an even game here. Anybody can win in this 5th round.
Yeah, it's time to dig deep, really, for both men. Emil here, that swollen eye clearly giving him some problems. Looks like the nose is bloody as well. You thought it might be broken, we don't know. But either way, this is a title fight for sure here. Amateur level, 5th and final round between the two. The FCC amateur middleweight title is on the line right now. So we've got 3 more minutes. 2 rounds apiece, we reckon. So this will decide it.
Yeah, the battle of attrition has truly begun. This last 5 minutes, it's like the end of a workout when you're really trying to give the rest to it, but then you got somebody trying to attack you as you're doing it. It's just such a crazy moment for both these guys to be in, and you can sense, you can absolutely sense it in this arena.
Oh, Emil slipping and throwing shots back nicely, going with that left hook, but Birdie's head just out of the way every single time. He's so good with that range management front kick up the middle there from Birdie as well, as Emil's still pushing forward, desperate to be the aggressor in this round, straight right to the body lands. There's a nice knee from Birdie. They clinch again here under overhook for a person apiece. Birdie breaks, creates some space. Oh, front kick right up the middle. What a little shot there by Emil, goes to the body with it as well.
Yeah, you get the sense that the corner just gave him some incredible words, because he is looking fresh and he's snapping on the end of these punches, throwing head kicks. He just threw another one. He's really trying to put the pressure on Oaks and steal this 5th round from where the momentum was.
Oh, big liver shot there. Emil shakes it off like it didn't do nothing, but I mean, that was tasty, that off the lead leg. Oh, elbow almost came out there. Got to be careful of that one, Birdie, but back to this over-under position. Will we return to the fence? Looks like Birdie wants to push him there. Really grinding on each other now. He's got the hands locked. Could be a takedown for Birdie. Going to work for that outside reap, perhaps. Drag him back opposite away from the cage here. But we'll see if he goes for the takedown.
Absolutely fantastic action that we're starting to see here. You're just as you're saying one thing about one guy, the other guy's coming back. You can really feel that this is a title fight, and both men want it really bad. And look at the tide changing here again.
Yeah, use that right underhook, reverse position right here. But again, he's had such a tough time stripping Birdie away from this cage. 1 minute 30 left, so halfway through this final round here. And it's still kind of all to play for. No man has really landed anything too significant. Although I would say Emil probably winning this round. He's just put it back on Oaks here, really pushed into him.
Yeah, those early combinations just came out absolutely ferocious, and this pressure is really great from Oaks, so it's making it a really difficult fight to judge. It's getting so close here. The last round.
A couple of shots here from Oaks would really help him out, but he's going to switch to trying to defend his neck here as Emil attacks just a guillotine from the feet. Don't think he's going to get it. Now he's deep on that single, hands together. If he can pull this out and get a takedown, a bit of ground and pound from the top, he might win this round, but he's going to have to work super hard for it. Oh, almost got it, Emil. The balance is there. Big, strong guy, obviously hard to drag down to the mat. But this is a very tough round to score as well. I'm not sure how the judges are going to lean with this one.
Incredibly tough round to score. These guys are not letting up an inch. And look at this. Emil's still pressing in the last 30 seconds.
Working for this finish. He wants it.
Crowd is coming alive.
But he's still got some in the tank. Working Birdie here. His mouthpiece is out. Going to stop. Put the mouthpiece in.
15 seconds to go.
He's up here. Yeah, we didn't have official time in. Jumping front kick from Emil. Birdie can't even move off the fence right now. He looks like he's in a tough spot. The ref looking closely as Emil's just cheating.
Oh my God.
Right hand. Uppercut for Emil. He's calling him on. Head kick barely misses, and there we go.
Wow.
5th and final round. Got to go to the champion there, but let's see how the judges officially score it. But what a fight to get us started, Jason.
The entire crowd is literally standing ovation for the end of that round. They wanted their guy to win. We got a hometown crowd here ready.
There was the front kick right there. Nice work. Here he is again, Emil trying desperately to grab this takedown, working the knee. This is the neck attack here that broke them from this fence position. And here we go, the flow at the end. There's another front kick, left, right hand, left hook up high, rear uppercut there. Just putting him on in everything he had in the gas tank, trying to keep that title. But let's go. And we'll have the official decision from the center here. We see Adam with the FCC middleweight title, ready to award it to someone. But let's go back to Ronnie, to the center of the cage here for the official decision.
Gentlemen, the judges have reached a unanimous decision. Your winner and still FCC amateur middleweight champion in the blue corner.
All right, well, thank you for joining us here for the FCC prelims. We are going to be jumping now to UFC Fight Pass, so we'll throw it up top there to Cody and Lauren.